Yo, what is up YouTube, man? I got one of the most versatile builds in the game for you guys today. A 6'7" post scoring lock that can take advantage of offense using its post scoring ability, its shot creating ability, even a little bit of dribbling. And on defense, it can guard ball, it can guard the center, it can play the center in park, it can play the small forward, it can play the shooting guard. This build can do it all. Now, 6'7", 255 pounds, 7'3" wingspan. You can make this build at small forward. The only reason I'm making it at power forward is you get a better name. Plus, I like getting put at the big man position, but if you guys want to make it small forward, it will put you in position to guard more perimeter players. Well, at power forward, you'll guard a lot more of big slasher type players. I'm using my +5 on the steal on this build to go from 89 steal to 94. That's going to get me the Hall of Fame interceptor, gold glove. Most people have a +5, so it's smart to make builds with that in mind. Now, with the perimeter defense, 92 perimeter is going to get me all those badges on gold, on ball menace, challenger, pig dodger, immovable enforcer. I'm going to have the strength to also add into that. That's going to get me things like box out beast, which is going to help rebounding, brick wall, post move lockdown to go along with the 82 in perimeter defense. This build can guard the perimeter at an elite level. It can steal the ball at an elite level. The 82 perimeter defense is going to make it where it can guard bigs on switches, and if somebody is a slasher, you're going to have that ability. With the block, I'm going 79. 78 is all you need if you want to get that high flying denier on silver, but I'm making it 79 for whenever I get my next +5 because I do believe I will get it. I'm going to add that to block, get it to 84 to get the silver paint patroller. There's no reason to make a new build every time you get new caps. You can see the rebounding, very elite. Offensive rebounding is very cheap on this build. You can see one offensive rating is only 2 free throws, so I have that pretty high at 84, 92 D-board to be able to get the gold rebound chaser. This build is going to help out the center with rebounds, with box out, so that stat is going to be important. 87 speed, you would get a +1 attribute cap at level 40, so I'm just going to use it on that to get it to 88. The 80 agility is going to go hand in hand with the 92 perimeter to get all those badges on gold. 74 vertical is important for the high flying denier badge, and then you guys can see the playmaking. 75 pass act. It's not amazing, but the Sabonis pass style is good for fast breaks. Ja Morant's good in the half court. The speed with ball goes up by itself, but that's going to get you the Zion dribble style, so you can move a bit on this build. And the 70 ball handle, you know, you're not getting any badges from it, but you're getting some pretty good animations. The Jimmy Butler step back is very much so like the Zach LaVine. I'm going to show you guys some of the animations you can get on that. So this build will be able to move. If you have a mismatch, you can find your way to a mid-range. You can get yourself open. With the shooting, 79-3, 80 mid-range. 80 mid-range is going to get you the midi maestro. And the build, you know, it's max wingspan. It's not an elite shooting, but an NBA 2K25 at this point, you can knock down every shot with the 79-3 and an 80 mid-range. Post control, the thing that is going to make it where guards cannot guard this build. 79 is going to get you that post fade phenom on gold, which is very elite. You guys are going to be seeing that in today's video and a bunch of future videos. That's going to bring up the close shot a bit. So if I do get the ball under the rim, the close shot will help out. Now, the weak part on this build is dunking. 45 standing, 45 driving. That's just to get some animations. If I'm wide open, I want to be able to dunk the ball, whether that's standing or driving, but I'm never going to be trying to dunk on anybody with this build. I've got a lot of other things I want to go to, whether that's shot creating things, post scoring things. I have the close shot if I'm wide open too, so if I don't get a dunk, I'm going to hit it anyway. And I mean, it's a well-rounded build. You can't have it all. This build almost does, though. And you can see two-way board hunting stretch, a fire name at power forward, and people don't expect you to be a lock with that type of name. I mean, it's a stretch big, but you have max wingspan. I'm going to show you some of the things on this build you can get at the certain threshold. So the pass style, like I said, Sabonis is good for the big man. If you're playing more of somebody throwing a lot of fast breaks, Ja Morant's better for the half court. You can see the Zion dribble style. That's going to be very nice to be able to move off of. This Jimmy Butler step back, you guys can see it right here. It's not as fast, not as good as Zach LaVine, but it is something that you can go to. There's a lot of things too you get at 70. You get some pro, you get all the pro dribble moves. You need 70 exactly to get that. The pro Hezzy's really good. With the behind the back, the Kawhi Leonard behind the back is actually pretty nice. I don't know if you guys have tested it out with the lower ball handling builds. You actually get a really nice behind the back animation. You guys can see with the escape, having the Jimmy Butler escape too. It's pretty long again. It's a little bit slow, but you're a lockdown defender. If you have a mismatch, you can take advantage of that. You can see when it comes to the dunks, you know, you get 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, you get a one-hander one as well. You get the CJ McCollum package. You get both of these just basic standing dunks. You get some dunks on this build, and your guy will dunk the ball a lot of the time. Not all the time. Like I said, the dunking on this build is not elite, but just being able to have those animation goes a long way. And even though you don't really have that high of shooting ratings, you know, an 80 mid-range, 79.3, that's not super high. You still get great animations. Pro 2 dribble pull-up with the post fade. I actually use the Pro 2 on that because I hit starter 4 and the Kobe post hop shot. If you don't get those, you can use the Devin Booker post hop shot. You can use the Pro post fade. And I've been liking the Jimmy Butler go-to shot. I'll have some clips and some videos of me showing that off. You guys saw a bit of it in the first gameplay I showed of this build. Now we're going into some rec on this new build. You see, I have not played on it much. I'm with my guy Beast. We're actually going duo in the squads rec, so we're playing with 3 randoms. We're actually going up against a team that, you know, is not as good, but my team's not too good either. Everyone's pretty low. Maybe some people are on new builds. Maybe these guys don't win a lot. That's how it is with the matchmaking in rec this year. You can make a new build, and it thinks you're a brand new player. You can see who we're going against too. They got 2 7-footers. The guy I'm matched up with is averaging a ton of rebounds. He's got high O board right off rip. He's letting me take a midi with this build. 80 mid-range, man. It is knocked down. I pop out.
You got there. Oh, the dimer?
You can see, man, I mean, 3-pointer, 79.3, jump shot is cash. I'm down on the other end. I don't get a dunk to pop up right there, but, you know, if you're open, it's going to go in a lot of the time. It's not like early 2K where you're just missing. Grab the rebound here, throw the fast break. I'm using Ja Morant in this video. I prefer Sabonis. I was just testing out. I want to see if it had good fast break passes, but even so, you're not going to see me throw the ball out of bounds hardly at all. I go to the dribble pull up right here.
Honey, I'd love to see it.
I got a 7-footer matched up on me, man. I have the speed advantage against him. He doesn't want to guard things like that. And in this video, it's not so much of me playing as an on-ball lock, which this build does at a very elite level. It's more so me kind of playing as a back end, playing more as a center. And that's where that
drives more.
interior defense comes into play. That's where that block comes into play. You have the strength. You have the long wingspan. Check this out, too, man. 79 post control. Post fade phenom going to the shot.
I got an assist for that.
Only silver as well. This is early on. The badges are all silver. I'm going to show you guys at the end. So this is not even the build at its full potential. I just wanted to show you guys something so you can see why I made the build the way I did it. You guys know defense in this game. I'm trying to show you guys.
This is not going to be a chuck game. This is not. I'm over 3. Yeah, this is not turning into a chuck game, bro.
Abilities of the build. I mean, you don't see other locks going to post hop shots. You don't see other locks going to try to create with dribble pull-ups. Some of them do. Not too many, though. And you can see, man, I'm adapting to what I need to do. I've had a lot of games on this build where I'm guarding the perimeter. I'm leaking out on the fast break. This game, I'm on a 7-footer, so I need to help my 7-footer get boards. I need to play interior defense. I need to play more of a back-end role. You can see my teammate dots me open at the top of the key. Once again, it's a green shot. I go to the post. He jumps this time. I see my teammate.
What a pass time.
Spotting up in the mid-range. He gets a layup, you know. We're not in the squad with him. I'm not too sure what they want to go for. He's got that normal shot risk or that low risk. He's able to knock down the shot right there.
Watch this. Watch it. Pass me the ball.
I'm just adapting to what the team needs, and this build is amazing at that. This build is very adaptable. It can guard 1 through 5. It cannot play the 1, but if you're at this build at the shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center, you're going to be able to make it work. It's got the ratings to kind of cover for a lot of areas. If you have bad defenders on your team, you can be the main defender. If you got bad offensive players, this build can even play some offense. You can see I'm wanting the ball back. He dots me, going to the post once again. I have sharpshooting takeover activated. He gets a yellow contest, but it does not matter, man. It's green. Unfortunately, you guys are going to see, I end up going 9 for 10 this game on offense. I only missed 1 shot, but I mean, unfinished build.
My hand's there.
Jump shots. I was testing different things out. I'm getting all kinds of rebounds. 11 of them, you guys can see, and I'm going to end up with a lot more. I've got so many assists. The center on our team is a dog. He is getting all kinds of standing dunks in the paint.
Don't put my shooting in there. Let me hit one more so I can go 50 at least.
And that goes well with kind of what I wanted to do. The weak point of this build is dunking right here once again.
Yes, sir.
Throws it to me on the inbound. I use the, the rhythm shooting. I'm going to be honest with you guys. You're going to see me using it sometimes, not using it sometimes. It's whatever. I mean, you can shoot with the button. You can shoot with the stick. It feels pretty much the same to me. Just get comfortable with one of them. Figure out what you want to do. You should not be thinking too hard when it comes to shooting in this game. You can see my teammate. I don't know why we're wasting timeouts in that situation. Everyone was doing good, but they started trolling each other. Beast might have been the cause of that right there. I was probably going to get bullied. The center came in to help me, but this build is holding it down in the paint very well.
Only if you went 10 for 10.
Getting boxes in a lot of situations, that's going to be big too, because he is a 7-footer. You know, if we're both just jumping for the board, he might have an advantage. But once again, if I'm just getting a box on him, I got good vertical, I got good speed, I can get myself in position to get more rebounds. And I'm going to have a video coming soon of me and Sprague2K actually in the random wreck on 2 6'7" builds. This one, and he's on a different one, and we're able to dog everybody to go against.
Let's go.
If you guys did enjoy the video, man, if you want to drop a like, subscribe, of course, I do appreciate it a ton. This build is made to be very versatile, be able to do a lot, be able to be fun, because I see a lot of people make lockdowns, but they have no offense whatsoever. That's not going to be the case with this build, man. 9 for 10 from the field, 10 for 10 from 3, 17 rebounds, 11 assists. It does it all.